Hey guys, Spider Games here. In this video, I'll be showing you how to level up your EXP fast and easy at the start of Final Fantasy 15. After you enter the map for the first time, play through the main story quests until Noctis finds out his father, the king, was killed during the mission Ill Tidings. Upon completion of the quest, Chapter 2 will start. Now you can find any random spot on the map and look for enemies. At this point in time in the story, the Empire starts invading the desert. These enemies will give us the most EXP. Now on the minimap, you can see two red circles or combat area things that indicate two types of enemies. Most of the time when you find any enemy, you'll have to fight those mutant alien dog things first, or some other creature, and then the Empire will show up as the second or the third wave, and so on. As you keep killing off the waves of enemies, the enemies will level up. I learned this the hard way when I had my ship pushed in by these rifle-wielding assholes. Now, farming EXP is pretty easy until the enemy has guns, of course, but I did find a way around this. When the troops first jump out of the drop ships, they land in a tight group. When they're in a tight cluster, the enemies in the back won't shoot you because the enemies in the front are blocking their field of vision. So the idea is to block all the troops that are behind the first row of enemies. That will eliminate the amount of guns that are surrounding you and shooting you until you are dead. Now you're gonna have to attack this cluster. You gotta do this a little carefully because every once in a while one asshole will break off from the group and you'll have to kill him very quickly, or else another one will break off, and that's when you lose control and they will surround you and shoot you. As you level up and kill enemies, you'll also gain a pretty fair amount of AP too. Now you need to invest those points wisely into things like health and attack damage, as well as warp. You have different choices and people play differently, so I can't really suggest to you where to best invest these points except for in health and attack damage, and as well as warp. That way you can dodge bullets and you can, live through the waves and get your EXP farming going. Now when you finish with your farming and you're ready to turn in your points and stuff, and Ignis suggests that you go back to town because it's too dangerous to be driving around at night, go ahead and agree with him, because if you disagree or whatever and become stranded out there, and you will become stranded because you can't go 10 feet without your car stopping and you having to get out because there's a freaking enemy in the road, and eventually a giant turd monster called the Iron Giant will crush you and you will never get through this farming experience. So just go ahead and agree with Ignis. Now the last part of this strategy is to stay at a hotel, because according to the game anyways, the nicer the hotel, the more bonus you get for EXP. So at this hotel I get 1.5 times the EXP that I would have gotten if I had camped. You want to do this definitely because you get that bonus. Now when you turn them in, you can see here I got 3,000 EXP points. Another time I got 1,000, so you get thousands of points, and it's a really good method, especially in the very beginning. Now that I've gone over all those long directions with you, let's go over the short version of the directions, just so you have a better idea in your head on what's going to happen and you understand things a lot better. First thing you need to do is go in the desert, find a group of enemies, and kill them. Second, just wait. They will spawn back in. Third, kill the next wave. Fourth step, and this is only necessary if it's nighttime. If Ignis suggests that you go back to town, you need to agree with them so that you don't get stranded in the desert. Fifth step, find a hotel and get the bonus. Those are all the steps. It's that easy. That's how the game mechanics work. If you kill enemies, they spawn back in seconds later, and you have unlimited enemies forever. But they do level up, and that's why it's necessary that you turn in your points whenever, you feel like it. Make sure you do save too, because if you mess up, you'll have to do a full in-game day's worth of, crap. Guys, there it is. I hope this is helpful, and I hope this was informative, and as always, I will see you in the next video.